kisses. You're such a poser. Say hi. Good morning. It's Friday and today we're going to head up to Scotland for the weekend to do a show with Daddy. So we're heading to Dumfries and Galloway. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm just going to head to the gym. So I'm just going to put George back in, go and wake Daddy up and go spinning and then get back and start packing because we've left everything till the last minute. I find it really hard to stay fit when we're travelling, and we've just booked our next trip, which will be to Dubai and Thailand in September. So I've got about 4 or 5 weeks back in the UK to try to shift what's left of my baby weight, and also the weight that I've put on whilst I've been travelling and enjoying the wonderful delicacies and alcohol that Europe and America has had to offer. So the only time that I get to do that is by going to classes first thing in the morning. So I always go to classes. I can't do it by myself, so I've got no one to go to the gym with. So I go to classes at 6:15 every day when I can. Hello! Packing for a trip can be the most stressful thing, I think. And we've made a mistake today because we've left it till the last minute, which we never usually do. But we've had a really busy week this week. You have a nice nap? So I'm just about to pack George's food. Now, George is 8 months old and we bottle feed him, but we're also going through weaning. This will be our first time away in the van whilst we're weaning, so it'll definitely be an experience and I'll keep you guys in the loop as to how it goes. Also in this video, if you're curious, I'm going to show you how to sterilise and prepare baby bottles whilst you're on the move. Right now I'm just going to talk you through really quickly the few items that you can take with you, whether you're in the van, on a day trip, abroad. These are the items that we always take with us. The first thing that you can take with you if you're bottle feeding is your baby bottle brush. This is a Tommy TP one. It folds down, which I like. You can wash it. The second thing that we always take are sterilising tablets. There's lots of ways for you to sterilise bottles, but for us this is quick, it's simple, it's really cheap. Obviously you need your baby milk. George has started to drink water now, so we've obviously got to take his baby bottle. I pack all of this stuff in a plastic container because this is the plastic container that I use to sterilise bottles. Because we're weaning, I've got these little pots that I bought from Tommy Tippy, so I can kind of mash up the food as I want to. So bananas, rusk biscuits, add a little bit of milk, carrots or whatnot that we can cook whilst we're in the van, mash them up, and then you just warm these in the same way that you would prepare a baby bottle. 2 spoons, one for me, one for George. Jobs are good. Look at all of this stuff. This is what happens when you leave it till the last minute and we just end up throwing everything in the van because we can't be bothered. Isn't that right? Let's go to Scotland! Yay! Just arrived at the show, so we're going to go and set up now. See how we get on. It's quite quiet at the minute. This is our new setup for George. On the last trip he was sleeping in a dog bed, but now he can stand up. Hello! We can't put him in the front of the van anymore, so you've been upgraded, George. This is another reason why we love van life. Daddy has hooked up outdoor cinema. Last night was the first night that George slept in his new bedroom. It was really stressful, him sleeping in the front of the van, because he was trying to crawl up the dashboard, he was trying to crawl up the windows. He's meant to be having a nap now, he's not, I'll show you. So this is where our bathroom was. And this is George, not sleeping. over, really good day, nice weather and lots of people. At the minute we're just walking to the local swimming bath to have showers. Our van unfortunately doesn't have shower facilities. So George is in his bedroom and is not sleeping, but whilst I'm here I'm going to show you how to sterilise baby bottles. First thing that you need to do, really quick and simple, is to wash up your baby bottles, your teats, your lids, any other equipment that you want to, in warm water, washing up liquid, wash them up. Rinse them with cold water and then you place them into a plastic container. Make sure that you've got one that's big enough to fit in however many bottles you need, or you can just keep recycling them. So I've rinsed all of the baby bottles and the teats. What you're looking for is for it to be soap, sud free. Once you've done that, all you have to do is fill it with cold water and then to add cold water sterilising tablets. There's lots of brands available on the market. The most popular one is Milton. They also do a version that's a liquid, but because we travel frequently and we go on aeroplanes all the time, I just buy the tablets because it's cheap and cheerful. These are Tesco's own brand Fred and Floor, and they're under £1. The main thing you've got to do is make sure that you read the back so that you know how many tablets you need per litre of water. I'm just going to pop 2 of these into here, and then all I've got to do is put the lid on, leave it for 15 minutes, and my baby bottles have been sterilised. Whilst this is going on and you're waiting for your 15 minutes, all you have to do is get bottled water, boil it in a kettle, let it cool down, and that's the water that you can then put into your baby bottles to feed your baby. When you're ready to feed your baby, just add your milk powder. Job's a good one. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. We left the vent open last night because when we went to sleep it was really warm. And then in the middle of the night there was thunder, there was lightning, torrential rain, and it got everything wet. We're just debating what to do really, because it's no fun walking around in the rain, and George is only 8 months old, so we're kind of limited really in terms of what he can do activity wise. So we'll probably just get ourselves ready and then make a decision whether we go home and just hang out at home, or whether we try and find something that we can do indoors that will satisfy everyone. What do you think?
I'm going to go for 3 scoops.
The weather is still pretty grotty, so we've headed to Galloway in Dumfries and Galloway, and it has wonderful organic ice cream and an indoor and outdoor playground area. This is the indoor area and it's free for children under 6, and then you can head outside. They've got go-karts, they've got trampolining, lots of nature trails, so we're going to stay here. So you can't come to Scotland and not have haggis. So we've driven to Kirkcudbright, which is a lovely little town on the coast, famous for its arts, and we found this beautiful hotel / restaurant called the Selkirk Arms. And Nathan, for the first time, is going to try some haggis.
I would certainly go for the steak and haggis pie.
Okay.
It was really good.
Yep.
And you do get a decent amount of haggis actually in the pie as well.
Perfect.
Okay. What do you think of haggis pie, Nathan? We've just pulled over at a service station. We've got an hour and a half to go. We're all really tired. Nathan's gone to go and get more coffee and it's absolutely chucking it down. So we can't let George outside of the van. But this is one of the really good things about road tripping, is that we always make sure, regardless of how much stuff there is, and there's a lot of stuff everywhere, that we've got George's walker toy so that he can have a bit of a leg stretch every time we have a pit stop. And when we're driving and we're doing a few hours drive, we try and do it once an hour, okay, so that George can have a little bit of a play and a little bit of interaction time. Home sweet home! Now it's time for your bedtime! Woohoo! Good night, George. We've had a wonderful weekend. Back to normal tomorrow. Ugh, Mondays.